It's the fourth act. I'm Alex and that's Phil. And Trolls. You know, Trolls with Justin Timberlake. The sequel is getting released on demand, which is exciting. So we watched the other Troll 2 movie that exists.
What this is a chance for us to talk about the obscure films that have come out.
So random.
Maybe the cult classic films, maybe the ones that were a bomb at the box office. We want to dissect those films, kind of do a recap of it, talk about it, nitpick on it, have some fun with it. Just hang out with us. We'll go on a nice fun journey.
Joshua, start singing. Come on, sing that song I like so much.
Row, row, row your boat gently down a stream.
Merrily, 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 merrily.
You start by preserving, because this movie is something of a cinematic experience that can never be replicated.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
It starts with Grandpa telling little Joshua a story about Peter in the woods, and he is being fed something by a woman with clearly fake freckles.
It's like some green gumbo looking.
But I imagine it's probably some combination of glue and toothpaste.
I was gonna say stale pudding.
And he is just lapping it up because, oh my, her freckles. But little does he know that she's a goblin in disguise. She's turning him into half man, half plant. The goblin's favorite food.
Tina, you fat lard, come get some dinner.
And then his mom comes in to check on her, and then what? Whoa, what? Grandpa left! Whoa! The rocking chair is just rocking alone!
He is super fast. He's a Jedi.
Usain Bolt. Mom's like, no, Grandpa's been dead, you dumb shit. And that sets the tone of what this is going to become. Apparently the family's getting ready to go on vacation. We see the sister working out with some heavyweights. The boyfriend comes in to do a little late night rendezvous. He goes to get his muse, and then she tries to make him a homo.
Oh, are you nuts? You trying to turn me into a homo?
Wouldn't it be too hard? If my father discovers you here, he'd cut off your little nuts and eat them.
Some of the best dialogue, I think, in the whole movie.
Is it true that your family's going on vacation tomorrow?
Yes.
I'll come with you.
Okay, I'll tell my father that you're coming with us tomorrow.
I don't know how people talk about Jack and Rose on Titanic when you have this.
Oh, Elliot, it will be wonderful. You and me in the woods. This time, we'll be able to be together.
I'm so moved by their performances.
So they set out on their road trip to this wonderful, terrible town.
How quaint.
Polly is so sad because her boyfriend didn't show up, even though he said he was gonna show up.
Yeah, they waited an hour and a half.
Joshua falls asleep, has a terrible dream, yada yada yada. Oh my god!
Oh!
That is just terrifying. So then he wakes up and he sees Grandpa on the side of the road and he's like, stop them! So he has to think of a creative option on how to stop the car.
Stop the car, Daddy, stop!
Do you have to throw up?
Yes, I have to throw up.
Just kidding, it's a hitchhiking hobo.
Now they're at the town of Nilbog.
Yes.
Nilbog, a wonderful half-empty town.
They're just so ready to eat some food.
Yeah.
There's some food in the refrigerator.
The food.
But Grandpa shows back up and says you must not let them eat the food. Because remember, half man, half plant, the goblin's favorite food?
Okay. You have 30 seconds to come up with some way to stop them.
I just need to know, what exactly are his powers here? I'm
I'm
gonna
for
need
it.
some kind of explanation later on.
What does Joshua do? A, knock the food out of their hands.
Oh, that sounds good.
B, set off the smoke detector so they have to leave the house.
Very creative, yeah.
C, pee on it. He pees on it.
Yep, he peed on it. Next, Joshua's dad takes him up to his room, and this happens.
You can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it!
What are you going to do to me, Daddy?
Tighten my belt by one loop so I don't feel hunger pains.
That is so elaborate.
Holly's boyfriend and his bros have driven an RV to Nilbog, and they're complaining there's no hot, horny chicks.
I'm sick of this. Where are all the single, unattached, horny girls, Elliot?
They have decided to park their RV in a wide open field.
And no chicks are there.
By the woods.
No one. No boobs. What's happening? It's like they're all like at the store.
This is where I would expect them all to be.
But that quickly changes because one of the bros, we'll call him Blue Shirt, goes out for a smoke and sees, what?
There's one right there.
She's running to him.
Hey!
This is probably the most intense chase scene in any film I've ever seen in my entire life.
Ma'am!
Stop!
Stop! Stop, I say!
Stop, I say!
Stop, I say!
No stunt double.
So obviously she's running from the goblins.
Yes, she's out.
And
She's running from the goblins.
When he sees the goblins, he does not freak out. No, he gives them a stern talking.
Let me give you some advice, you dwarfs. Get out of here, or you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And remember,
where have I seen that before?
So Jim Carrey actually took inspiration
From Troll 2.
Troll 2.
So influential this movie is. Alrighty then.
So Blue Shirt and girl somehow escape to a random church house they find in the woods and just decide, let's go in.
Yeah.
And inside they find a Kate McKinnon type who loves to overact and chew the scenery.
This is my house. I am Credence Leonor Gielgud of ancient Druid origins. In the 1970s, I worked for the Children's Defense Fund.
Yes, we know.
Then I was a senator in New York on 9/11.
Yeah.
She feeds them a broth.
Broth.
You know what's gonna
Very
happen
sexy
when,
witch
when they
broth.
consume this broth. You know what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna transform them into half man, half plant. The goblin's favorite food.
Duh.
And we get this classic scene.
Oh my God, what's happening to her? And why can't I move? There must be a logical reason for all of this.
There is not.
She's changing!
Make yourself comfortable.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my God!
Oh my god!
Oh my God!
Oh my god!
Classic.
Meanwhile, Holly is flash dancing in her room. And Grandpa appears.
Joshua.
What? So he can stop time, appear in front of anybody.
He's a skilled pervert.
I don't know. I need some kind of explanation here. And then this is what we get.
What happened?
You were in the wrong room.
I still have to learn the layout of this house.
You're a ghost.
You can just float through things. Is he a ghost?
He never needed a mirror before. I don't know. He's a Force ghost, remember? He's a Jedi.
All right, I'm ready to start. What are you doing?
I still have to learn the layout of this set. Basically, Grandpa's all like, you gotta get the out of here, man. And then he leaves because the evil is too strong here. But I don't actually know how he leaves because he still has to
learn the layout of this house. I think we should tell you at this point, Americans did not make this movie. Italians made this movie and they did not speak English. There was one translator on set that could talk from the crew to the cast.
A severe divide.
And I think this is just the best example of things getting lost in translation, because now we're back with the bros, and I think what the director wanted was a simple scene where the bros are hanging out, maybe playing cards in the camper. The shirts are on, and what we got was them underneath the covers, shirts off, all sweaty, and I don't understand the point of that.
He trying to turn me into a homo?
Anyway, Yellow Shirt realizes that they don't have any food in the RV, so he's gonna go run into town.
Yeah.
But first, gotta stretch.
You wouldn't have to jog into town if you didn't park in an empty field. Now, the dad takes the son into town to get some food, because remember, he peed on it.
Oh, yes.
The store is closed, the dad sits down, he finds a vegetable cookbook, he starts reading it, the words are too big, the kid walks away, he looks in the car rearview mirror, he sees the town sign Neilbog, puts it together, goblin backwards, Neilbog, goblin back,
Oh my God!
The kid turns around and Dad has fallen asleep.
Vegetables are
he decides,
boring.
now knowing that this is the kingdom of the goblins, this seems like a good time to go somewhere else.
Shreds it! Meanwhile, the sexy Kate McKinnon witch has the hots for the daughter.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi.
She is very appetizing.
Was your mother a beaver? 'Cause damn, you got a flat tail, furry face, and smell like a lake.
Meanwhile, again, Joshua's going somewhere. He finds mysterious barn.
Yeah.
I think maybe he's just enthralled by that anarchy sign on the outside. So he goes in. He finds this sermon happening and everybody's there.
Hamburgers, steaks, the steak, sausages, and hot dogs.
Hand in face! Oh! I poked you in the eye. They got him. They got Joshua and they're trying to feed him, but he's not a llama. But Dad to the rescue! Storms in, bursts out the door.
There.
What are you doing to my son?
We were giving him some ice cream.
What if he's lactose intolerant?
Yeah. No consideration. So on their way home, they come across the boys in their RV and Dad's like, oh man. So he gives the kid a choice. Go with his daughter or go with his friends.
Yeah.
He's gonna go with the daughter, but his friends are not okay with that.
You're gonna leave me here alone?
Yes!
But what do I tell Drew and Arnold?
Whatever you want!
What am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do? There's no chicks in this field!
What about the beautiful liberated girls?
While this is all happening, Blue Shirt is still in Kate McKinnon type's
Sexy
church
lair.
house, and he is quite literally turned into half man, half plant. The goblin's
And his favorite food! And then in comes Yellow Shirt to save the day, and they try really hard to escape. Really hard!
Alas, they are not trying hard enough. Kate McKinnon shows up, throws him very gracefully onto a bed.
Not
and
for
starts-
sexual
and
acts,
starts
for punishment.
to take him down, and then we get this.
This won't hurt you. You just feel a little tickled.
So, there are just some things that a language barrier does not explain away. Moving on.
The father comes back with the daughter and the boyfriend, yet somehow everyone at the town that was at the sermon is back at their house with a full banquet of food already cooked.
Joshua's all out of pee!
Oh no, we can't pee on the food!
What are we gonna do?
Grandpa! Grandpa Seth! Answer me! Grandpa Seth, come quick!
Grandpa's here!
Oh, he learned the layout of the house!
Yes! And he's got an axe!
So now he can literally interact with things in the real world and like attack these goblins.
Yes.
So what has he been doing this whole time?
Just hanging out.
Learning the layout of the house.
Oh, yeah.
probably.
Him and Joshua leave the house, and he hands Joshua what you would hand any young boy, a Molotov cocktail. Not a gun, not a knife, just a Molotov cocktail will do the
That's the weapon
trick.
of choice, yes.
Yes.
Thing is, the Molotov cocktail never even gets used.
No.
Instead, they use a lightning bolt.
Grandpa summons a lightning bolt.
So he can do that now, too, on top of stopping time.
Is Zeus.
That's when the family finds out that the goblins are real.
Yes, and they all get slowly barricaded into the house. Slowly. The witch has had enough. She says enough to no one.
Citizens, you will elect me. I will be your leader.
By the way, there's a magical rock from Stonehenge. And that comes into play now more than ever.
Yeah.
Because the goblin got its hand cut off, and somehow the witch got her hand cut off. When the sexy Kate McKinnon witch type touches it, she gets her hand back, and she gets even sexier, and she looks normal.
That's how rocks work.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
I don't know what she's planning on doing, but that's a magical stone. So now we have my favorite scene in the movie. Striped shirt guys hanging out in the RV. Dude, where do I have to go to find some chicks? And then out of the woods comes Kate
to
McKinnon
you.
type. She's strutting out of the woods, and oh my god, what does she have in her hands?
Do you like it?
An ear of corn. Why does she have it? What's she plan on doing with it? What does it mean? What's
seems
going on here? It's very important. And it's just, I mean, dude, there's corn. And now this.
What's the matter? Aren't you hungry?
Actually, I like popcorn.
Well, no problem. All we have to do is heat it up.
What starts with P and ends in orn.
Popcorn! This is where the language barrier comes in, right? Because I think the director wanted her to emerge from the forest, you know, looking all sexy and voluptuous like they do in American porn. But somehow that got changed to corn, so they just handed her corn and she went with it? Stop it.
It's just a remote.
No more popcorn.
All right, let's start to fast forward towards the end here. They're a family trapped inside the house, right?
Right?
They do a seance. Yeah. Joshua literally teleports to the magical Stonehenge rock. Fights off another goblin. Grandpa shows up. He's not dead.
Grandpa and Joshua massage the stone, and they gotta concentrate. Concentrate!
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 Concentrate.
Concentrate.
Concentrate!
Concentrate.
Concentrate! Concentrate!
Dude, that's all you gotta do.
So they kill all the trolls and they kill the witch and they make their way home.
Because they concentrated.
And when they make their way home, Dad has to run by the office.
I have to pass by the office.
The boyfriend wants to go home.
I need to go home.
Holly's gonna go with him.
I'll come with you.
And the mom and Joshua wait inside.
Joshua and I will wait for you at home.
Mom goes to take a shower and she comes back down and the goblins are eating her in the end.
Oh!
Do you want some, Joshua?
Also, there were no trolls in the movie.
They're goblins!
Yep! It doesn't matter. The movie's over. Go home.
But there is a sequel called Goblin. Should we talk about that? How did this go?
I want to go home.
Should we do more recaps? What are some movies we can do? Leave a comment. Hey, talk to us. Also, like and subscribe or don't.
Because you have free will.
That was good.
That was good.